Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Chicago Bull, getting in his pregame mindset. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, guys are on the court stretching, staring down their opponent. Nothing better than mentally and psychologically getting ready for battle.
The work has been done. They're ready to go, and so are we. And away we go.
My ball. Pick up.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
From the outside, no good. To DeRozan. Runner's good there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Westbrook across the timeline, trailing by 4. Here comes the screen.
Left.
Westbrook to Harden.
Hands up, back door.
It's Westbrook. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kawhi Leonard here against Harden. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Knocked loose. Westbrook. Adetokunbo. Knocked loose. James Harden sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Screen. Oh, yeah, easy.
To Embiid. Fires the 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll get a minute to regroup and talk things over. Durant to Westbrook. Won't go. Ben Simmons tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Here comes the screen.
Left.
To Embiid. Baseline drive. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Joel Embiid. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Harden. To Gobert. It was right there. To Leonard. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Harden to Westbrook. Giannis Antetokounmpo add 2 points to the board.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true. He's also finding his rhythm.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. KD with the rock. To Harden. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. DeRozan hardens on him.
Screen on your right. On your right.
Going to launch beyond the arc. And DeMar DeRozan still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
Rudy Gobert rejects it. Turnover gives them the possession. Durant to Westbrook. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Simmons. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Harden in possession. Down a dozen. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, and you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble. Look at all your options. Number 1, ahead, look at the rim. Defender jumps, you blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Embiid. For 3, buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Joel Embiid sends it away. DeRozan with it. The lead is 15. Slam dunk.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To James. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 56% for his career. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game. George to Luka Doncic. The screen sets him up for 2.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
To DeRozan. Lets it fly from long range. Has made his first couple, but he misses there. To George. And it's Simmons with the rebound. DeRozan with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead.
Get into it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Griffin to Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Joel Embiid with the block. Straight on 3 at the buzzer.
All day.
That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LeBron into the front court. His guys down big. To George.
Hey, double screen.
Karl Anthony Towns pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Curry. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Curry to Paul George. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Count it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Leonard. Here comes the screen.
Right.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Doncic to Griffin. Karl Anthony Towns with a piece. That's out. Last touch by Karl Anthony Towns. Substitution being made in this one. George misfires. It's no good. Blake Griffin sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Luka Doncic. Tough make through traffic.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Hold on. I got him.
Pascal Siakam. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive, right to the basket. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. To Griffin. Karl Anthony Towns tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
On the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Cash money.
The assist from number 23, Blake Griffin.
Screen coming, screen.
Sets him up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
I got this now. Let's go. I got him. Here we go.
To Luka Doncic. Karl Anthony Towns swats it.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if it's too many games in a row, not enough rest time, but it looks like the defense is stuck in the mud. Heavy legs never equals great D.
Curry to George. Stephen Curry with a look. Not that time. Pascal Siakam to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Here we go. I got ball.
Paul George gets it in the left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out. The monster stuff.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Oh!
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Kevin Durant with the rock. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Siakam matched up with Durant. To Towns, down low. Karl Anthony Towns. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more than that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Durant. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Adetokunbo. Westbrook. To Durant. Harden.
Watch Cutter.
Down to 5 on the 24. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Tobias Harris. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game.
Whoa! Get that out of here. Message sent, Jay. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look, won't go. Hart in possession. His guys can hold for the final shot. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The East All-Stars absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Bench points.
The West All-Stars were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Westbrook. Adetokounmpo curling inside. To Adetokounmpo.
Rebound.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Simmons with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Russ at the controls. To Adetokounmpo. Giannis shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Old school equals high percentage.
DeRozan here against Harden. Here comes the screen. To Towns. Off the assist.
Underutilized. 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 Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Antetokounmpo to Durant. Kawhi Leonard rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To DeRozan. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where...
You got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Westbrook's shot won't go on the drive.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Rudy Gobert pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Towns. Can't connect. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys down big. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 3 for 7.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
And count the basket inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Surveys the floor. No good. Slam down. Karl Anthony Towns on the follow.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
I got ball.
To Durant.
That's me. I got ball.
Knocked loose. They've recovered it. Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
On the drive, it's hard, but a shot no good.
I got ball.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Durant to Westbrook. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Leonard. Down low Towns. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden to Antetokounmpo. Harden Here's Durant for two. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Leonard to Simmons. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Harden into the front court. Down a bundle. From the painted area. Won't go down. To Embiid. DeRozan. They go down low to Simmons. The pass set it all up.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Antetokounmpo to Curry. Harden to Curry. Beyond the arc for three. Steph Curry not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Count the bucket for two.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
To Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. And stuffs it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here's Curry with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Defense.
To Embiid.
Let's go.
Pascal Siakam. And one. Embiid. Good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. To Curry. Here comes the screen. Steph Curry guarded by Towns. Down low for Gobert. And throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
How you practice leads to that nice pump fake.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Nothing going here on that drive. Rudy Gobert sends it away. Fourth this contest. Fourth quarter getting underway as it's Team LeBron with the ball first. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. Screen coming.
Right.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Adetokunbo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. With that, he's 5 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Towns. From long range. Good offense beating good defense.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
I'm deep. I'm on D. I'm on D. Let's up. Let's up.
To Adetokunbo. Jumper's good.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Shot the ball. Shot the ball.
To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's dead.
Westbrook to Adetokunbo. Turns and slams it down.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
It's no good. Great defense. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Flushes it home. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither.
All right.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big.
Hot ball here. Hot ball.
Here comes the screen
Let's go. Shot. Yep.
to Jokic. Towns.
High screen. High screen. High screen.
Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. To Griffin. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Antetokounmpo to Luka Doncic. And scores.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Antetokounmpo to James. Has a chance. James shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's good. And 1.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and 1. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Goes to the left side. That's going to be out of bounds. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And a throwdown.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That's out. Last touch by Karl Anthony Towns. Doncic. Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
I'm here. I got ball.
Nikola Jokic. Tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Scores from the post.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Antetokounmpo to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. James. Off the iron. No good. Pascal Siakam to Jokic. Nikola Jokic. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys down big. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jokic snares the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Doncic to Antetokounmpo. Won't go. Harris to DeRozan. Time to shuffle things up. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against George. To DeRozan. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Steph lets loose. Steph Curry. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize him. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's Steph Curry with the rock. To Paul George.
Key up, baby.
Curry to Adetokunbo. Shot clock winding down. Curry to Adetokunbo. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it.
Come on, show me something better than that,
Leonard
baby.
to
Game time, boy.
Embiid. In the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for? Response from because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start knocking up and getting ready to go right now.
George. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard swats blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. It's Steph for two. Steph Curry. He's 3 for 7. Deep three at the buzzer.
Sports post-game wrap-up. The East won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the East. The West did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Check out the leading scores for the West.
Game track. Defense.
The East All-Stars put under pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat.
The All-Star Game MVP.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.